Are we live? Good morning. Good morning, YouTube. Welcome back to another video. I am Nina, and we're back with more topics on how to up your seduction game. So, as you can see, bright and early, we don't have our makeup on yet, so I thought I'd jump on here while I'm doing my makeup and chit-chat. So, today's topic is practice makes perfect, so date them all. I know a lot of ladies don't like this topic because a lot of ladies, are the commitment type and they'll date one guy at a time or they'll wait for their perfect guy to come along before they start dating. And yeah, so I know it's not going to be a very popular topic, but I think it's something that needs to be said and discussed because the results that we're getting from waiting for the perfect guy are not working. We're not happy, So the reason why I suggest that women, and the reason why I do this myself, why I suggest that, date as many people as you can. When you're in the dating phase, you're not in a committed relationship, date around, And what I have found is the people that I date with that whole mindset of, oh, he's my type, I really like him, he's my ideal, this, that, and the next thing, I don't get the same energy and treatment and experience from those guys as I do with guys that I'm like, maybe he's not really my type. That's not really the kind of guy I usually go for. But I've been pleasantly surprised by people like that, guys like that, because I don't really know why, but I just think that sometimes your type, you're not their type. So they don't treat you a certain way. So that's the reason why I always, always emphasize to my girlfriends, to, whoever, date different types of people, because the guys that used to be my type when I first started, dating when I was really young and all of that kind of stuff, they are not my type today at all, at all, at all. I can still look at some, guys and be like, oh, he's good looking. Oh, he's fine. Oh, he's got a nice body, this, that, and the next thing. But am I going to date them? Probably not. Why? Because the kind of guys that I've usually found attractive don't treat women the way that I like being treated, because probably because I'm not their type. Probably because I'm not their type. So when you date guys that are not your type, it's difficult in the beginning because you're like, oh my goodness, what are we going to talk about? Oh my goodness, I don't want this person to even look at me. I don't even want to be seen with this person in public. I'm not even attracted to this person, blah, 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 blah. So it's difficult because all your emotions and your senses are screaming no, right? And we've all been around guys that really, really liked us, but we really didn't care too much for them. It's just, that's how it feels. But when you can get over that and realize that, hey, this is actually, first of all, a person, and this person might actually have really good intentions for me. This person might actually really change my perspective on men, on life, on myself. Let me see what this person is about. And when you do that, you'll be pleasantly surprised sometimes by how incredible people can treat you, and that can even turn you off from your type and turn you on to someone who's not your type. So let me tell you my story with regards to this. So I always used to date really cute boys. Like, he had to be cute and he had to be a boy. I wasn't dating men. I wasn't dating up. I wasn't interested in all of that. If my knees didn't go weak around him, I wasn't going to even consider him. And then, one day I decided, let me just try something new. And I went on a date with a man that he was very different from the boys. He was different in looks. He really didn't appeal to me the way that the boys did. But what I noticed is he treated me with so much sweetness and kindness and generosity, and I was just blown away by how much fun I had with him, right? And the funny thing is, we actually ended up discovering that we have so much in common, so much in common. And it ended up being more enjoyable than any of the dating experiences that I'd had with boys. And I thought to myself, wow, what do you know? You can meet somebody who does not fit your physical characteristics or your physical desires at all, but that person can still appeal to you on so many other levels that are probably even more meaningful than his physicality. And what ended up happening is we ended up dating for a really long time. We actually got very serious very quickly. And, there were a lot of things in my relationship with this man that I just totally, treasured more than anything I'd ever experienced with any relationship with any of the boys. And that really was such a mind shift because I was like, this is the best relationship I have ever been in. And after a while, even the physicality starts to adjust. You start finding this person more and more attractive because you're spending time with them, they're appealing to different sides of you, and you start finding yourself attracted to them because he understands you, because he spoils you, because he listens to you, because he cares about you, because you guys actually have the same values, even though maybe you don't have as much physical sexual chemistry. So my values started to change. Like, I'm not looking for physical chemistry anymore because I now know that that's something that can be built over time, that can be developed over time. But I am looking for somebody who's going to treat me a certain way. And that's what I find attractive now. So now when I date, I'm actually less. I don't have all my makeup here. That makes me sad. Now when I date, I'm actually less focused on, how the person looks and how I initially feel about them. And I'm more focused about things that I know I care about. Does this person care about their health? Does this person care about their career? Does this person care about their family? You know what I mean? Those are things that end up mattering in a real relationship anyway. And when you're with somebody because of their looks, those things tend to be overlooked. And then when real life starts happening, then it gets a little bit tricky because, now you're kind of operating from a very different perspective than when you met this person. When life starts getting real, looks don't matter. They actually don't. In fact, they matter more to a man than they'll matter to you. A man will fight harder for a relationship with a woman that he finds attractive than, a woman that he's like, oh, she's so sweet, she's been in my life for this long, but I'm actually not even physically attracted to her anymore. We've seen it. And that's usually the people or the men or the boys that we find attractive initially that don't really put much effort because they actually don't find us that attractive. Just give me 2 seconds. I need to go get my breath. I'm back. Okay. So that is my logic behind date them all. Date different types of guys. Date different types of people. See your energy around different types of people. What are you like when you're around a real man? Versus what are you like when you're around a boy? What are you like when you're around somebody who likes to spoil you versus being around somebody that you have to beg, can we go on a nice date tonight? You know what I mean? What is it like to be with somebody who values you more than you have ever been valued in your whole life? And you won't find that with the types of men that you've always been dating, because you're bringing a certain energy that says, I'll do anything to be around you. And that's the reality. That's the energy that we put out when we're dating these, boys that we find really attractive. Because we start lowering our standards. And that's another thing with dating outside of your type. Because you're not actually initially attracted to this person, you naturally tend to put them through more tests. You want them to prove themselves, because you're not going to invest your time in somebody that you're not even crazy about. And the irony is that men, especially if they like you, they love being put through hoops. They love it. So when you're with somebody that you're not actually really attracted to and you start putting him through hoops, he gets excited. He's like, yeah, I want to prove myself. I want to prove myself to her. And they'll do it. And as a woman, that's where you start learning your real value. Your real value is not your physical attraction and all of that kind of stuff. Your real value is knowing that you are worth this man doing all of these things for you. That is your real value. And a lot of women aren't turned on to that reality. A lot of women, they don't even know how to ask a guy to take them on a date. I made a video about that yesterday. A lot of women can't even ask a guy to take them on a date, whether they're dating this guy or the guy's just showing interest or whatever the case might be. I get dates from guys that have never seen me. It's like, that's how you get to see me. Take me on a date. I put that as a standard, and I get dates. I'm going on a date tomorrow. I'm going on a date on Thursday, day after tomorrow. I'm going on a date on Saturday. I've got 3 dates lined up. 3 dates lined up. Because for me, that's the game that I play. You want to get to know me? Meet up with me. And I don't chat. And, whether you're on a dating app, which is more likely right now than anything else, or whether you're meeting people in person, because, restaurants and bars are open right now, whatever the case might be, if a person wants to spend time with you, if a man wants to spend time with you, he's willing to take you somewhere nice and spoil you and treat you like the princess that you are. But if you don't require it, like I said in the video yesterday, it's not going to happen. And the problem is that a lot of women don't require certain things from men that they find attractive, because they're scared that if they ask him to do certain things for her and he says no, that's the end of that. And I say, let it end. Let it end. Bye. Bye. Because a man knows certain things are a prerequisite in order to be with a woman. He knows. And a date is like really entry level, Women can't ask their man for help. You're dating this guy, you're physically intimate with him, you're exclusive with him, you're not seeing anybody else. But when you're in a fix, and you're stressed, you don't even bring it up to your man. You want to solve it yourself. You know what I mean? That's because your man is your type. You're not his type, and you know it. You know it. If you were his type, you wouldn't have a problem, because you'd know that he wants to do anything to please you anyway. I'm seeing somebody right now, it's a little tricky, but I'm his type. I'm his type. And, as much as he already spoils me and does really cute things for me and whatever, when I'm in a fix, I'll call him. I'm like, I need you to help me fix this. I need you to help me resolve my problems. And I know he'll do it because I'm his type. But when I was with guys that were my type, oh, child, no. I'd even be too scared to bring anything up, because I don't want to rock the boat. And even if I did, and they'd give me a response like, well, what are you going to do? That's not a response of a man that's actually really interested in you. That's the response of a man that's there, but he's not involved in your life. So when you keep dating the same kind of men, you actually don't know what potential you have. Then you start saying men are the same. No, the men that you're dating are the same. When you change the type of men that you date, your dating experience changes. I change the type of men that I date. I'm having a whole different experience. And I know that men are wonderful. Men are fantastic. Masculine energy is my favorite thing. But I'm not going to access it if I keep doing the same stuff that I was doing when I was frustrated with my dating life, including the type of men that I date. So right now, I don't date cute boys. I don't date boys at all. Because I put people through hoops. Boys don't go through hoops. Boys don't. If you tell a boy, you can take me on a date if you want to get to know me better, he's out. He's out of there. You know, that's how you filter boys out now. You have standards, you have requirements. You tell him, oh, you want to spend time with me? You want to get to know me? Well, maybe you should plan a really nice date. Maybe you should plan a really nice date. See how well you impress me with your planning skills. And they love it. That's how I got my 3 dates. I'm on a dating site. And, people just want to chat on dating sites and chat some more and ask you all sorts of personal questions on a dating site. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, if you want to get to know me better, we can do that. Set up a date, I'll show up, and we can chat. I've got 3 dates lined up just from that, And I know that these men are not boys because they're eager to impress me. Sure, let's set up a date. How about tomorrow? How about Saturday? I'm like, sure. So you won't get that with the boy. I know that because I've been there. So you have to do something differently. If you're happy with your dating situation, you're happy with your hot guy, you're happy with your, chemistry and all of that kind of stuff, you're happy with him just calling you over to his house and all of that kind of stuff, then great, keep doing that. But as women, we get to a certain point when we want more from our relationships. And when you get to that point, you need to start, sorry, I just need to concentrate here. When you get to that point, you need to start changing the types of men that you interact with. Can you see what liquid liner does? What, girl? Who is? Bad girl. Innocent girl. Bad girl. Love it. You have to start changing. You have to start developing a strategy when you date. You can't just date because your emotions are like, oh, I like him. Oh, I like what he said. Because isn't that how we've been gotten every day? Change your strategy. Start focusing on people that actually have something to add to your life, even if it's just how he treats you, Sorry, guys, if you use a liquid liner, you know how difficult it is to kind of focus. But there we go. Okay, so if you guys have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment box below. I would love to hear your thoughts on this. Have you started dating differently? What was your experience? Have you ever been attracted to boys? What was your experience there? Or have you always just known that boys are not it? Because some women they know that from the get-go. They don't even waste their time. I've had friends early on who were just like, I don't date cute guys. They just dated the types of men that would give them the types of, experiences that they wanted. And they've always known this. Some of us, we had to kind of learn it the hard way. So have you always known, or are you also, new to this concept of dating outside of your type? And have you had any experience with that? What's it been like? Do you have any nuggets of wisdom to share? Because sharing is caring. And if you have any video topics that you'd like me to cover in terms of dating up, dating better, please also put those in the comments below, because it's really nice to kind of connect and have conversations around this, because it's really important. Dating is not just for fun. It's actually how families start, So if you're not picking the right types of dating partners, you're basically not picking the right types of life partners for yourself. And that's really critical. That's probably one of the things that really, started to open my eyes when I dated differently. Like, hey, I'm changing my whole life, my whole destiny, the destiny of my future generations as well. Because if I'm dating somebody who values me, he's going to value our family life. But if I'm dating somebody who doesn't value me, what am I doing? He's not going to value family. He's not going to value, all of those hard things. He's just going to value the fun. And that on its own should be enough to change that. So I'm almost done with this look. I'm at home today. So I'm just keeping my look very kind of simple. I like to look like a girl even when I'm at home, but it really doesn't have to be over the top because I'm the only one who's going to see it and you guys. So I've learned how to do a very simple look. See, very, very simple, very subtle. And that's how we're going to keep it today. I'm just going to put on some lipstick and that'll be it. Okay, so if you guys don't have any comments, then we can end the video. Remember to like the video if it resonated with you. Subscribe, share, do whatever you gotta do to get it out there, because I really want us to have these conversations so that we can start moving smarter. And I'd really like to know your thoughts as well and how you guys are navigating the dating scene. There you go. How you guys are navigating the dating scene, how are you getting along, what different hacks you have to make it more, worth the effort, and share those below. And I'll see if I can get on again later, but if not, maybe I'll get on tomorrow. And thank you so much for tuning in. And I will see you guys in the next video. And hopefully this made a difference to somebody out there. All right. So keep well, keep safe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.